All right, so let's practice a little bit with our embedded style sheet. Here is our infamous Daffy. I'm going to create in the head tag information that I want to give to the browser. Remember, nothing I want to actually print goes in the head. We put in the style tag. That is still HTML. And inside our style tag, now we start using the CSS syntax or formatting. So let's start by, I'm going to use the selector H2. I'm going to do something with the H2. And let's make we saw a font family. Let's change the font family on our H2 tag. Notice that I end in a semicolon. I'm going to save that and refresh my screen. Changed my font. That looks good. Okay. I think I'm also going to change that color. Let's see. We learned that color changes the text, so let's change the text of our H2 to purple. Semicolon, save, and refresh. Good. Okay. Also want to highlight the fact that H2 by itself, by default, bolds the text. I don't have to bold the text that's within an H2 tag. It does it automatically. Notice that I have two declarations that apply to the H2 tag. In my case, I put them all on the same line. That's perfectly okay. I'm trying to save some vertical space for the recording. In W3 Schools, they put it on separate lines. Either is perfectly fine, whatever you feel is more readable. Let's change some of the P tags. I'm going to use a P selector. And let's make that color red. Let's play with the font size. Font size, let's try 15 pixels and see. Save that. Refresh. Okay. Notice that because the P selector is formatted in the style, it affects all of the P tags that are on this particular page. So the HTML, this paragraph got formatted with the red, and also this paragraph got, so all of the P's are going to get this formatting that's on this page. Okay. Let's see. Let's change that div color. Div. I'm going to try a background color of pink. Okay. And so we discussed in our last chapter that anything that we apply to the div tag, because it's encompassing two other HTML tags, both of those HTML tags are going to receive the formatting that I've applied to the div. So let's see if that in fact worked. Yep. I can't really see. There's Daffy Duck. Yes, so Daffy Duck P is still getting the formatting that the P is providing, but the background color is being provided to the entire div. So if I change the, let's see, let's change the image width. So image width, let's make that smaller so it's a little bit easier to see. My whole, okay, yeah, looking good. Okay. If I change this P to purple, again, I'm just pointing out the advantage of our div. Okay, so all of our P's changed to purple, but the background of both this P and the image are getting the div colored background. Just pointing all of that out. Okay. Let's change the background color. Sorry, we need to use, I'm going to use the body selector. We're going to change the background color to something awful like orange. That'll be good. And by good I mean awful, but this is just to demonstrate some changes. Oh, I spelled orange wrong. That doesn't work. Control save, refresh. Okay. So things are progressing along just fine. Well, I'm a budding web designer, and so I have created a second page to add to my website. You're starting to get the idea that index.html, this is my page here. Index.html is always what we call our home page. I've now created a second page to my website, so we're starting to make a website made up of multiple pages. And let's see what that one looks like. Okay, so this one's about Stitch. Now this doesn't look like it's part of the same website because the formatting isn't consistent. So I could come into the index page and copy that formatting and put it into the head tag of Stitch. Save that. And yeah, okay, so now it looks like I have 2 pages on my website, and they look like they belong to the same website. So that's all well and good. Well, I show this to my boss, and my boss says, oh my gosh, that orange is hideous. That needs to be a different color. Okay, what color would you like? And they say that they want it to be blue. Okay, well, that's no problem. I can just come into my style here and change this to blue. Save that. Now I'll look at that's Daffy's page, and that's blue. Oh, okay. Well, let's see, that purple's not working out so well, so I have to change that to white to make that look a little bit better. Okay, so now let me reload Daffy. Yeah, that's looking a little better. Okay, but I still, now we've got inconsistency, so I've got to copy and paste all of that onto Stitch's page, so that looks okay. Yep, all right. All right, so I'm back to square one. I'm looking good. Well, this is great if I only have 2 pages on my website, but sites nowadays have literally hundreds of pages. So I don't want to have to upload and change all 100 pages just because a particular color changed. So that's where we start to look at what's called external style sheets. And we're going to create one now for an example. So I'm going to come into New and choose a new file, Save As. And I'm going to call this style. So style.css. Style is just like index. It's a accepted naming practice for your style sheet. So I'm going to call this style CSS. If you want to verify in your drop down, there's a cascading style sheet.css. So instead of HTML, I have a CSS extension now. I'm going to save that. Nothing's on it at the moment. You saw comments in HTML, and comments you had something that, oops, that's supposed to be an exclamation point. Okay. In CSS, remember, we've got a whole new syntax, so I'm going to create a comment here. In CSS, it's the / and the asterisk. And what I want to make a strong point here that no HTML should be on this page. Only CSS. Now, you don't have to put this on your page. I'm just putting it in this video to give you a reminder and to give you a visual that there is never on our CSS page HTML. So at no time should you have, for an example, lowercase, a style tag. No HTML on this page. Only CSS syntax. So I'm going to come over to this index page, and I'm going to copy, remember, not the HTML. I'm going to copy all of that CSS. I'm going to actually cut it. I'm going to get rid of the style, save it, and I put all that CSS instead on this style sheet. Okay, don't like the indenting that went on there, so I'll make a quick fix. Okay, I'll save my new page here. Now, I'm going to go back to the index page, and where I used to have the style information, now I'm going to put in instead a link tag. And I'm going to say relationship equals style sheet. That's always the words you put in here. There's never any change to that. And then I'll put in href equals, and we put the name of the style sheet, style.css. So what I've just told this page is, I want you to go look in the style sheet in one place. We're going to have all of our pages look in one place for the formatting for this page. So any change I make to the style CSS will also be made to all of the pages, so I don't have to copy and paste each page. So let's do the same thing for, I'm going to just get rid of all of this. And again, the tag is link. The rel relationship is equal to style sheet. That's always what you put. There's never any variance in that. Href is the name of your style sheet. We're calling ours style.css. Okay. And so now I've just told both of these pages to look at the style page, the style sheet, and applied the same formatting to both pages. So let me make sure both of those are saved. Now we shouldn't see any difference here. This should still be the same. Good. So that means that this page went to the style sheet to find the change. or to find what formatting to apply. Let's do something obvious. Let's change this background to yellow. So if we've done it right, both of our pages are looking at this style sheet, and now both of our pages should have the yellow instead. So let's see if they do. Reload this one. Oh, that looks awful, but we can see that it worked. And let's look at this one. Fantastic. So this gives us just one location. The style.css page gives us one location. As long as we're linking to it, all of our pages will go to look for the CSS formatting to apply in the style.css page.